Sunshine dancing on your face. Got the rhythm, catch the wave.
Alright, we are headed into Goodyear Arts for a summer residency showcase. There's a fashion presentation. I met him a couple of years ago. I think he's been on a couple of my blogs, but we're going to go in and check it out. So I was watching online and he said this collection stems from his grandmother or his mom hanging the clothes on the clothesline as a towel. And I love this. This just brings me memories. We used to run through the sheets that were hanging in the cold. just spoke to the Will White. He does remember me, which is very flattering, that Will White. Anyway, he said I could come in here and look around and take some content. Alright, quick outfit of the day. It's Saturday. I'm off, which means I have to work tomorrow, Sunday. Anyway, going to meet Craig Conover from, I'm sorry, there's a wasp right here. Okay, I'm not bothering him. He's not bothering me. I don't normally kill bugs, but if they're gangster, I will defend my life. Oh, Craig Conover from Southern Charm will be at Belk, and oh, he just moved. That's nice. Apparently he doesn't like my outfit, but I hope y'all do. Anyway, going to meet Craig Conover from Southern Charm. He is launching his new line, Sewing Down South. Anyway, Dolce & Gabbana glasses, the pearls, of course. The top is Walmart. Skirt is from Belk. It's the, oh God, I can't remember the name of it. No, it's from TJ Maxx. I need to get it together. This wasp has me like discombobulated. TJ Maxx is the Bahama something. It was a high-end brand. So, and I was just seeing where people were saying, you know, oh, they're cast-offs. No, this was very expensive. Also from TJ Maxx is the House of Harlow straw bag. The scarf from XYZ in the boutique in South Carolina near Florence. And then of course my old trusty, dusty, comfortable DSW sandals. So yeah, let's go meet a celebrity. Alright, and once again, excuse my janky now. It's hot. I'm headed to Belk to South Park to meet Craig Conover from Southern Charm, and I just need something to drink, so stopped by 220C Banh Mi. They have the best drinks. Oh my gosh, this is a lavender lemonade, so refreshing. All right, let's go to the mall. Now I remember why I don't come to the mall on the weekends. The parking, the traffic. I did find a spot, my usual spot though. All right, let's get in here.
What I will tell you is I hand out the token, go ahead and move up in the line. Please do not, unless you got to go to the potty, and let me know, but don't move from the line. Can't hold your spot.
You're welcome, please. Excellent. You're welcome. Would you like a snack?
Cheese straws are
I
cool.
think I'm going to have to go down for more cheese straws.
It's the snack of the
so I've got a
South.
couple more cheese straws. You want to stand with me?
Hi. I'm just videoing for my vlog. Hi. I know you're hot, baby.
We're done. We're gonna have a little fireside chat and then do a question and answer, and I'm an open book, so ask me whatever, and then we'll do a meet and greet after upstairs. So.
Yes. So
Okay,
first,
now we're
let's give Craig a nice little belt welcome. He's kind of what got us here today, Southern Charm. So take us back to the beginning. How did you get cast on the show?
Yeah, so this is fun because when I was doing my book, you have to write about everything to keep your publisher happy, but NBC gets the final edit. So I wrote about how we were casted, knowing that they would take it out, and they didn't take it out. So I'm actually allowed to talk about casting, which is cool. Hope you guys too. But, so I was in my second year of law school, and this weird guy named Whitney came to town, and he told us that he was making a documentary about Charleston, which was one of the first fibs that they told us, and he needed people to show him around downtown. And so my roommate Corey and I at the time just started to show Whitney and his production team around Charleston, and we didn't really believe that he was a filmmaker, but they took us to really nice dinners, and we just thought they wanted to meet people in Charleston, you know, on King Street. And we wanted to go to his mom's big house. And so for about a month, we just ran around with them, and then they told me that they were secretly scouting me. And so he had sold the show to NBC and Bravo, but they didn't like the people on the teaser reel. So they wrote character profiles and sent character scouts to Charleston to find people, which sounds like a fun job to me. So they basically just integrated themselves into Charleston. And they wanted to put me on camera, and that's when I was like, oh, like I have a good job at a law firm. This seems a little risky. But I went and spoke to my dean, and she was like, you know, basically where we got was, what would you regret more? Not doing this and wondering what if forever, or doing it and dealing with the consequences, you know, later on. And so that was a no-brainer. But yeah, I was 24 when we started, and I'm 37 now. So it's been a neat adventure.
Has anyone been watching since Greg was
A lot of things not to do, especially when you're being filmed on camera. No, I think it's, as the years have gone on, you know, your first season, it's funny, people ask me, should I do a reality show or not? And I'm like, you can do first season all you want. Like, there's really no risk in that unless you're a really bad person. Because, you know, they want everyone to invest in you. And so what happens is second season, you really go crazy. And that's a tough season for everyone. Third season, you're so guarded because of your second season that America doesn't really get to know you because you're trying to control too much. And so your fourth season's when you're finally just yourself. And I think I'd go back and tell myself to get to that point earlier. But I think fourth seasons when I was, you know, doing a reunion and Andy just kept asking me all these questions. And I was like, oh, well, the answer's pretty simple. It's because I take too much Adderall or something like that. And it was my first time being honest, though, to everyone, not realizing that I hadn't been honest. And so the more transparent I got with the world, the more y'all got to know me. And I think that's when things really started to click. And I started in class. And my producer, Erin, who's on the Kardashians now, she was like, well, what are we supposed to film? And they're like, well, Greg just got this sewing machine delivered. And they were like, film that. And so they had a production assistant like come up to the door, knock on the door, and act like it was being delivered, but it was still in the box. And no, and so I think like getting my sewing machine delivered and, you know, going through those life moments, and, you know, I've gone through 2 breakups on TV now, and what I realized is like everyone goes through breakups though, and you have all of these isolating things that really aren't that crazy. And so I don't know, it's been a fun ride. I mean, some of the seasons, some of the middle seasons were crazy, but I won't. We've gone through a lot of cast members. Yeah. Well, you know, as my producers say, just land the plane, Craig.
You mentioned getting the sewing machine. So then, how did you go from getting the sewing machine, being on reality television, to starting sewing down south?
Yes, so when I was going through my first breakup on television, all I had was my sewing machine. And I really wanted to make clothes, which is why this belt collection and collaboration is so special. But I wanted to make clothes, but I'd never been taught how to make clothes, and they're really hard. And so I remember I remembered how to make a pillow. And so I tore up some old shirts for fabric, and I had moved out of me and Naomi's old house. And I remember staying up all night listening to like Edelman and Taylor Swift and just sewing pillows. And Yeah, what a weird way to deal with a breakup. Percent of a business that might really turn into something. And so I said yes, and that's when Sewing Down South really started. And now I have 2 incredible partners that are really good at the things that I'm not, and we all get to do our thing. And it's really, in the last 6 years, you know, we've got kind of 2 stores on King Street now in Charleston with y'all, a store in Nashville, and some really, you know, we've got a fabric line with Missouri Star out of Missouri for quilting. I just learned to quilt, and a lot of fun stuff happening. But I tell everyone, partners and a support team that you have to have. There's other people on the network that I've worked with that do not have partners, and their quality of life just does not exist. Healthy hobbies, which was good. You know, Charleston's definitely a place that if you're left to entertain yourself, there's, you know, by going out you can. And fortunately, you know, over the past 3 years, it was an incredible chapter of my life, and I started to value different things than I had in the past. And being at home just gave me the time to jump into random hobbies. So I love having my bees, which has been really fun. We just did our first honey harvest, and it was really cool. And we actually filmed it, which there's like no story talked about, but I hope they use it somewhere because the visuals were just neat. So we've been collecting honey from the backyard and giving it as gifts, and you know, just gardening and cooking. We're working on a cookbook right now that actually came from these speeches where I would say that I manifested it through exaggerating. I basically started to tell people I was working on a cookbook, which I always have been because it's a gold mine, and I do keep recipes for my future cookbook. And our book publisher called my agent and was like, why are we not the ones doing Craig's cookbook? And he's like, what do you mean? And he's like, Craig keeps telling everyone he's doing a cookbook, and you haven't told us about this cookbook yet. And they're like, so anyway, now we got greenlit from them. So we do have permission to make the cookbook now, and that's been a lot of fun, but it's really just, we're filming ourselves doing crafting tutorials now, and I'm trying to learn different crafts. We just learned to quilt, and then we actually used one of our teams from the show to film that. And learned to crochet. We're learning to crochet now, so we're trying to share the other 9 months of my life with y'all that we don't get to see on the show. But yeah, I don't know. I just do random stuff, and between YouTube and Google, you can kind of learn to do anything. And that, I mean, that is one of my goals, is to break down the barriers of crafting. Like a lot of the barriers are imaginary. You know, you're like, oh, my grandmother never taught me to sew, or I'm a boy, or whatever it may be. And then what you realize is like a lot of people like to do it, and you can teach yourself. I mean, my first machine was $200. I know not everyone has $200 to spend on a machine, but I still use it to embroider sometimes. It still does everything. So trying to get home back into schools and just do some good with it, you know?
Yeah. The Conover collection earlier this month, which was super exciting. But it didn't start off just, you know, the other day. It took a year to build this collection. So we're going to talk about that, but I want to like set the stage for you guys. So something like that. So I cannot do that. And we're like, nope, he said he loved it, so we're going to go do everything.
Yeah, Jerry's the no guy, which is why we make money. When I'm at the store, I like to give everything away. And then Amanda's in the middle of us, which is a good partner. And then
There's Amanda.
there's my assistant, Jack. Jack's been working with us for like 4 years. He worked for Sewing Down South from the beginning, and now he's on my side full time, which, again, big proponent of helpful teams.
Tell us about what it was like having your mom be part of the photo shoot for this collection.
Yeah, so, you know, the show's my thing, and my family's super supportive, but I try not to. They actually filmed a little bit this year, but it's a lot. But so when y'all asked if she would be one of the models for the photo shoot, you know, she was really nervous, but I thought it would be something really special to do together. So they cut their trip to Florida short and came up to Charleston in January, and you guys, I mean, you just do such 100% with everything. So we had some actual models come in from around the world, and my mom and I were there, and it was like a cold Charleston day.
If
And
I see the photos, you don't realize that it was like 22
yeah, it
degrees
was
while
really
we're shooting
funny.
this, and so we're like,
yeah, like that picture, it's like there's like heavy blankets next to us to put us in. And we had the fire going, and it was really fun. And so I still haven't gotten used to seeing my mom in makeup, so Jack has to tell me that she doesn't look crazy. Like, I have such an image of my mom just from growing up as a little kid, and she was a school teacher, and just like, I've just always seen her. Anyway, it's still strange for me to see her like all done up, but she looks great, and they surprised her at the end and said she could keep all the clothes that she modeled, and like that's all she cared about. Well, I just hated bathing suits growing up because of the mesh liner in them, and then I went to like board shorts, which I just am a little too old to wear now, and so we were able to make a really nice swimming trunk with the yoga pants liner in it. And so it's really comfortable, and you can wear them as everyday shorts. Jack's wearing his favorite shorts right there, which is he wears multiple times a week. And like these, I mean, the touch and feel is really important to me. So even when we started our company, I wanted sweatshirts that people wanted to wear on the plane, that looked nice enough to wear on the street. I wanted t-shirts that you could give to someone at night and wear on the couch. And the same with this line. And so this athletic wear is, you know, moisture wicking, it stays cool. I mean, the shoes, we get so many compliments on the sandals. I know, the sandals I hear are very comfortable. I mean, I really liked the dresses, but the sun shirts, you know, the boat shirts that we made are really great. But the swim shorts probably, because
All right. During your travels, have you noticed the trend in other parts of the country and other parts of the world adopting our way of decor and style as a way to find peace and tranquility?
Yeah, I think that's like, I'm gonna steal that from you.
Yay, thank you. Feel free.
As our brand is coastal chic, it's just based on places that I've lived and spent time. And I grew up on the Eastern Shore, Delaware, and moved to Charleston, and then, you know, spent time in the Bahamas. And so what I've been trying to do is develop items for the rest of the country that might not fit that style, but it doesn't matter where we go in the country, everyone has some of our stuff, and they all love this line. And I think maybe it is because exactly what we said, it just, even if you don't live on the beach, kind of the coastal style and relaxed. I don't know, I think the colors bring people peace, you know, like I said, when I was in New York, there's not a lot of color, but down south there it is, and I think we are trending towards that. I mean, I went and did the Better Home and Gardens award show like 2 months ago, and the colors of the year are all comfort, like cozy earth tones, and what used to seem as like a lazy color is now sophisticated and calming. So the calming earth tones are in.
The whole collection is sophisticated and calming.
Yeah, it is. So I love the colors, and I always will, and I do start to see it in other places. I'm always surprised when people decorate with some of our original patterns around the country, so I think it's the same with clothes too.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for your question.
But apparently they don't do that way. They just want it to be the person rather than
Travels a lot more. She has to like go to different places.
All right, so this line is crazy, like all the way back there. I'm not gonna do a picture or anything. I did get my question in, so that's really what I came for. Look around. I came up here the other day before things got crazy so that I could get some good pictures of the collection.